Welcome back to 2020 trading. My name is Kunle. I am a stocks day trader. That means I find a stock that meets my criteria. I get into the stock and I get out of the stock on the same day. I also upload a recap of all my trades every single day. So if you're interested in learning how to trade, I suggest you click on that subscribe button and turn on the notification button. This is a 2-minute chart of the main stock on my watch list this morning. This was the first stock I got into. I got into the stock literally 2 minutes into markets open. So this was my number one stock. I had a number of other trades, but this was the first one. This was the one I had a plan for. So I'm going to just explain to you why I chose this stock. So the main stock on my watch list is JD.com. JD.com is not JD Sports. Sometimes when people see it, they assume it's JD Sports, but it's actually a retailer in China. And my quick research showed that it's the largest retailer in China. Now, the reason I had this stock on my watch list is because it had a number of analyst upgrades. In fact, it had, I think I counted 6 analyst upgrades, which is fantastic. I mean, look at that. Nomura maintains buy, raises price target to 64. Bank of America maintained coverage with buy and target 60. Mizuho buy, raises target to 62. HSBC buy, target 60. Goldman Sachs buy, target 59. Barclays overweight, target 59. So you can see right there with all these upgrades, this is a solid catalyst to boost the price of the stock. It's not usual to see up to 6 analyst upgrades in one morning, and all of them, said buy. So anybody who sees this will be interested in buying the stock because the target has been raised most of the time. So this is why I had the stock on the watch list. So if you look at this chart, you probably think that, considering that I got into the stock literally 2 minutes after market open, you probably think that I made a lot of money on this stock because it's up nearly 8% now. Well, I didn't. I made some money on it, but I didn't make any. I didn't take advantage of it. I'm going to explain why, because I recorded it. I'm going to play back the recording. So I bought it here in the morning. I sold a bit here. I held lots of it, and it stopped me out as it came back down here. Here you see that line is the identified support line that I identified prior to the market opening, and the idea was if this stock continued to trade above this level, it was a buy. So you'd have expected as it came back here that I would add to the position or get into the position and just ride it all the way up there. But I'm going to show you what happened. I just failed to pull the trigger as it came back down there, but I'm going to show you in the video in a minute. So I was in with 240 shares at 52.02. Average price 52.02. 240 shares right there. I'm going to take off the close position so you can actually see the chart properly. So at this point, the stock is at 52.66. I sold 40 shares out of the 240. So you can see there's realized $16 there. So I still had 200 shares in that stock. So I said to myself, well, I got in at 52.02. I'm going to put my stop sell order at 52.09 in case it pulls back. I didn't think it was going to pull back. I thought, you know what, it's going to carry on going for the rest of the day. So I put my stop market sell order at 52.09, and I just left it like that, and I was looking for other trades to make. So the stock started to, it continued to pull back. You can see it's reversed from the 52.70 area, and now it's at 52.21, and my stop was still, I think, at 52.09 or maybe 52.19. I can't remember now. But as it continued to come back down, I just thought, hey, maybe that's the end of the move for the day. So I left the order there, and eventually I got filled. So we closed the trade at and I think I was up about 46 bucks, which was not what I wanted, but that's what happened. So I just wanted to break down my plan for this trade. I had this plan. I had drawn this line. You see this ascending trend line right there. So that corresponded to about 51.86, and so for me, that was the area. This was the area of support. So I said to myself, well, as long as it's above this level, it's a buy. That was the plan. Now, this is the new plan, the new strategy that I've been talking about in my last videos. It's been working. I have not been executing well enough. I'm still improving on this strategy. But I mean, the template is there, the proof of concept is there. So that ascending resist support line right there, I'm going to take that off. So yeah, you can see the so that line right there, the ascending line, corresponds to about 51.86, something like that. So at this point, this is the level where I should be buying the stock, but I just got scared. I got scared. It came down right there, and this was like a fantastic place to get in and then have the stop loss around 51.80, something like that. So this was the idea, this was the plan, this was what I planned to do, but somehow I just didn't pull the trigger. So when it came down here, I should have bought here and just allowed this thing to do what it was going to do, which is right now, I don't know, I think it's at 55 now. So it's already up from that level, is up over, about 6%, something like that. So that was the plan. I did not pull the trigger. When I got stopped out the first time, the idea was get back in here and allow the trade to work out, because the catalyst it had was fantastic. With those 6 upgrades, it was a no-brainer. Plus, on top of that, it was in line with the market. The market was trending higher. We know that Moderna has come out with the phase 1 of the vaccine test, and they said it's positive. They've seen some antibodies forming in the people that they use. So that was another thing that was moving the market up. So everything was in line, everything was set up for this trade to do exactly what I wanted it to do, but I failed to pull the trigger. So at the end of the day, this was the main stock I had on my watch list. I did a number of other trades, but they were not part of my plan. This was my plan for the day. I actually did try a second time on this JD. If you look on these closed positions there, you can see that I made a second try with another 240 shares at 52.34. So I would have gotten somewhere here, 52.34, and then I put my stop loss at 52.18. So it was a really, really tight stop loss. That was literally about 0.3% away. So that was a very tight stop loss. Ideally, I should have just scaled in all the way. As long as this thing stayed above this line, it was a buy and it was bullish. But again, I didn't pull the trigger. So I had a bunch of other trades, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 other trades, or 8 other trades that were not part of the plan. So that's the thing. When you have a plan that's in line with your strategy, you have to stick to that plan. If you don't stick to the plan, you allow yourself to get distracted by other trades. So I ended up making other trades that were not part of the plan. They were just me seeing something moving and then jumping on it to see whether I could make some money out of it. But if you fail to plan, then what happens is you end up just being break even, and that's what happened at the end of the day. By the time I took all those unplanned trades, everything evens out, and at the end of the day, I'm break even. So the plan for today, the lesson for today is stick to the plan. You have a plan that is in line with your strategy. Stick to the plan and just write it for the day. If it works, it's more likely to work that way. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to come back and I'm going to stick to the plan. Remember, I said there are 3 things. I always say there are 3 things in my plan. 1 is the fundamentals, 2 is the technical, and 3 price action. Fundamental today was the fact that JD had 6 solid analyst upgrades. Not one was a downgrade. All of them were upgrades. That's a fantastic fundamental help to send the stock up. On the technical side, I had that line right there. So on the technical side, I had my support line right there, which was a guide for me. This is a guide to say, okay, as long as the stock is up, is trading above this level, it's a buy. And it was very clear as day, that this was a buy. So again, I just need to have confidence in this strategy and execute next time, and not be afraid to pull the trigger. So that's the end of today's recap. It's another break-even day, but tomorrow we're going to be here again. We're going to do it better. If you enjoyed that video, and if you're looking to learn how to become a better trader, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you at the next video.